Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hitting. Whoa, bet that flavor hitting. With vegan fried chicken. Hello, my loves. Welcome back into my kitchen. Today we are having my musical cooking class. And y'all, if you can't guess, we're gonna be making some vegan fried chicken. So many people have been begging me to make this for a cooking class. I've made a recipe video about it on my YouTube page, the Colorful Home Cooking Show. I've made, oh my gosh, so many different recipes with this. You can put it in sandwiches, you can put this on pizza, you can put this in a salad. And what's awesome about this too, if you don't have mushrooms, if you only have pantry ingredients, we're gonna also be showing you how to make this vegan fried chicken with some jackfruit as well. So let's talk about all the ingredients, but before we do that, my loves, let's wash our hands, 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 wash our hands. Yes, I'm getting my hands nice and clean. In fact, I'm gonna get my wrists clean too, because y'all, we're gonna be going in with this recipe. Also, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make my perfect creamy ranch, as well as some great sauce. So we're just gonna be eating up a feast, singing, doing what we do. Also, y'all, you'll be able to find this recipe right after class, probably around like 3-4 p.m. on my YouTube channel, as well on my Instagram, all that goodness. So let's talk about the ingredients for our vegan fried chicken, my loves. So the first thing I want y'all to do while you're cooking at home, the main things that you're gonna need is a big pan, and that's what you're gonna fry all of that vegan fried chicken in. You're also gonna need 2 different bowls. One of these is gonna have our flour batter in them, and the other one, I already made some if you can't tell. This one's gonna have our egg batter in it as well. And then you're gonna need your seasoning and spices, which is garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika, y'all. And then some poultry seasoning, salt, pepper, and optional if you have some Indian black salt for that little bit of sulfur we're gonna put in the egg. There you go too. Also, y'all, this is really, really important. If you really want that crispy skin, get yourself some rice paper. I see you, girl. Oh, she's already bubbling on up. All right, let me move her on over so she's not too hot and bothered while I'm chit-chatting. So I have my rice paper right here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut up our rice paper and wrap our mushrooms and our jackfruit in the rice paper. And what Ace and I have found is that gives it that perfect crispy skin you like. So y'all gonna see, it's gonna be fierce. All right, and then, excuse me, the other ingredients we're gonna need, I have some dill, and I am burping up a storm, y'all, up in here. Some dill, and I also have some fresh parsley. You can also buy these. If you don't have these fresh, that's okay. We're gonna be using this to make the ranch anyway, so no worries. And then I have some lemon juice here, so get your lemon juice. That's also for that creamy ranch. And then the main ingredient for our ranch and our great sauce obviously is gonna be some soy-free veganese, soy-free veganese. And I love using soy-free just because your girl doesn't really like to eat a ton of soy. This recipe does have soy in it in the vegan egg, but I'm really excited because Ace and I are gonna try to figure out how to buy some mung beans and make our own vegan egg out of using the black Indian salt as well as the mung beans. And we're just gonna do some recipe and trying all that stuff. And then the other ingredients you're gonna need for that great sauce is gonna be some barbecue sauce, whatever you want. I suggest you get one that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. And then some simple yellow mustard. And yellow mustard is so awesome, y'all. You can do so many different recipes with this. You can put this into a vinaigrette. You can make this into like this sauce we're gonna be making. You can make this into like a salad dressing. You can do so many things with mustard. Ooh, or you can like even coat, if you want to, you can fry your oyster mushrooms or your jackfruit and then coat it in like a nice sweet mustard, sweet spicy mustard. That's what Ace and I did with some cauliflower the other day, which is so delicious. So, speaking of our jackfruit and our oyster mushrooms, I'm gonna come up real close. I wanna show y'all. So what I have in here is, look at these oyster mushrooms. These are big and juicy. We found that Whole Foods or Central Market, they sell the best oyster mushrooms. Look at this. This is gonna turn into chicken, y'all. And then for the smaller pieces, if you want like chicken bites or chicken nuggets, if you will, I have some jackfruit. And Ace made it very, very important that I let y'all know whenever you are using jackfruit, make sure that if the pieces come out really, really big like this, you'll see these big pieces of jackfruit. You want to chop this in about 2 to 3 pieces, because sometimes if you get too big of a slice in that jackfruit, then it just doesn't taste like chicken. But if you get it to be the right size, then it's going to taste just like chicken. So there you go, and there you glow. So like I said, I have my oyster mushrooms and my chopped jackfruit in here. And the first thing I'm actually gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna get that pickle juice, pickle juice, pickle juice. Ooh, and she's dripping on my nice pan right here. I have my pickle juice, and you're just gonna, in a bowl, you're gonna want to just soak those oyster mushrooms and that jackfruit in your pickle juice, and I'm just pouring it in. If some of the pickles fall in there, that's okay, and that's all right. No worries, baby. No worries. In fact, honestly, these pickles would be really, really tasty to fry in the same exact batter. And the batter I'm going to be showing y'all today, you can use this with cauliflower, jackfruit, oyster mushrooms, portobello mushrooms. It don't matter. It really does not matter what you are using this batter for. It works perfectly to bake, works perfectly to fry. It's just like the ultimate vegan batter situation, if you will. So, all right, y'all. Those are our ingredients, and what I've done, I've already done the main first step. And the other thing I would do is start getting your oil nice and hot. See, mine's kind of been cooking a little bit since while y'all were getting ready for the cooking class. I got mine already kind of boiling and hot so that we'll be able to fry it really quickly. So get your pan, get your oil, and the oil I'm using is grapeseed oil, grapeseed oil, grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil. It's nice because you can fry in it, you can bake in it, you can do basically all the things you would with like canola or peanut oil, but it has less allergies and it's not as heavy as obviously canola or soy oil. So get yourself some grapeseed oil, or some avocado oil is really, really good to fry in as well. So check that out. All right, so y'all, let's get going, and let's get going with this vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Whoa, first we're gonna start off with our flour batter. We're gonna start off with our flour batter, and I'm using a paleo, I know it's backwards for y'all, but I'm using a paleo gluten-free vegan flour for this. You can use normal flour if you really want to. I don't really eat a lot of gluten. I try to avoid it honestly as much as possible because it makes my skin break out. It's just not a cute situation for your girl. So I'm gonna be using this paleo flour, and I would say get about 2 cups, depends on however many vegan fried chicken pieces that you would like to make. I'm making a big amount because me and my husband, we love vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. First make that batter, season it up. All right, so we have our flour in here, right? And of course, y'all, seasoning is everything. Seasoning is everything. Whoa, seasoning is everything when you're making vegan food. So when you are making vegan food, when you're making any food, really, it doesn't really matter. But obviously, I make vegan food, y'all. When you're doing that, you want to make sure that you go in with your seasoning, especially if you're trying to make it taste just like chicken, okay? So let's talk about these seasonings we're going to be using. Look at this. Nutritional yeast, nutritional yeast. I love nutritional yeast, or noosh, if you will. I'm going to be adding in about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Depends on how nooshy you like your situation. I really, really, really love that cheesy flavor that comes out on that skin. So I'm going to be adding in, like I said, 3 to 4 of my tablespoons. That probably is honestly more than 3 to 4 tablespoons, but it don't matter what you do. It don't matter, y'all. It's gonna be delicious. The more seasoning you add in there, it's gonna be even more fabulous. So look at this. I got some garlic powder, onion powder. Y'all know how it is. Garlic powder, onion powder. Garlic powder, onion powder. This is a staple in my house whenever I'm cooking. I'm adding about 1.5 tablespoons of each of these, garlic powder and onion powder. And then we're gonna be adding in some of that smoked paprika. Hey, smoked paprika. Hey, smoked paprika. Hey, smoke paprika, smoke paprika. Sometimes it gets you going, hey. I love smoked paprika, y'all. Y'all can't tell I add it to all of my recipes. And you know what's crazy, y'all? We're not using maple syrup today. I know, y'all. Like, oh, how is she gonna cook without maple syrup? With this, baby, with some smoked paprika. So add in about, honestly, I'm adding about 2.5 tablespoons of my smoked paprika. I love my vegan fried chicken, super smoky. And this just makes it taste like it just came straight off the grill. It's fabulous. So garlic powder, onion powder, let's save those because we're gonna use that for our ranch later. So I'm just gonna move that over so your girl stays organized, okay? And like I said, y'all, our mushrooms and our jackfruit, it's soaking in that pickle juice. And people always ask me, why pickle juice? Why, child? I don't understand. What if I don't like pickles? That's okay. You don't gotta use pickle juice. I know a lot of people will use jalapeno juice too if they want to, which sounds so good. But for me, this just takes away any of that flavor that comes off from the mushroom, kind of just builds on that acidity, and then you're gonna build on that carb, that breadiness, then you're gonna have that nice creaminess of those sauces. So it's gonna be the perfect bite, that acidic, that sweet, that salty, that crunchy, that juicy, that sexy, that everything. So get yourself some pickle juice, y'all. Make sure she's soaking on up. Ooh, actually, I'll put a little bit more of my pickle juice in here. Pickle, pickle, pickle juice. Pickle, pickle, pickle juice. Whoa, pickle, pickle, pickle juice. All right, let's see our other seasonings. Oh, this is key, y'all. This is really, really important whenever you are making this meal. You got to get yourself some poultry seasoning. It doesn't really matter what kind of poultry seasoning. Sometimes I'll use McCormick's. Sometimes I'll use Zatarain's. I mean, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll use Tony's. It does not matter. I try to use, obviously, seasonings that don't have a ton of like extra ingredients that I can't really pronounce in them. So some of my favorite ones are obviously Trader Joe's. This vegan chickenless seasoning, y'all. This is so great because obviously it's supposed to taste like chicken, y'all. So boom, there you go. And then Ruth Ann's Muskego Avenue chicken and fish seasoning. I've used this before in another recipe, y'all, and you're gonna see how wonderful this is gonna make this taste. So get yourself some of these poultry seasonings. I'm gonna be adding in about 2 tablespoons of my poultry seasoning. So one of one seasoning of that Trader Joe's seasoning, and then you know what? I'm just gonna add in the rest of that seasoning because we're done with her. My parents gave me this huge container of Penzies for Christmas. They started just giving me seasoning for Christmas because they understand seasoning and spices. Whoa, whoa. They know I'm obsessed with seasoning, so they keep your girl very seasoned, if you will. All right, so our other ingredients that are gonna go inside of our flour batter, of course, salt and pepper, salt and pepper. You can add as much or as little as you want. I suggest adding about like a tablespoon. Also, be aware of how much salt, how much pepper is in that poultry seasoning you just made, okay? That poultry seasoning you just put in there. If there's a lot of salt in there, you don't need to be adding a ton of salt up in there. Let me check in on my oil. Oh, she's doing good. She's doing great. All right, so like I said, we got that pepper. Let's add in about 1/2 of a tablespoon, and I'm gonna do the same with the salt. 1/2 to 1 tablespoon, like I said, depending on however many mushrooms or jackfruit that you are frying in your beautiful home today. So add in that salt, add in that salt, woo! Add in that salt, eh? Add in that salt, add in that salt, add in that pink Himalayan salt. Pink Himalayan salt. Oh, I love pink Himalayan salt, y'all. I just love the flavor, and obviously it's better for you than normal iodized salt. So there you go. So also, the reason why I like to make the batter, the flour batter, before I make the egg batter is because this way I can use my whisk for both of them. This is obviously, nothing's gonna stick to my whisk. So I can whisk this up and then we'll whisk up my eggs too. So I got all my seasoning and spices in my bowl, so let's just whisk it up, whisk that flour up, whisk it up, whisk it up, whisk that flour up, whisk that flour up, and you can already see all that seasoning starting to combine in, and I love to always see my seasoning, okay? That's how I know it's well seasoned. It shouldn't just be white powder. You should see little bits of red, little specks of yellow from that nutritional yeast. You see little bits of brown, little bits of black from that pepper, from that poultry seasoning. Yeah, that's how you know it's well seasoned, okay? So there you go. And also, y'all, if you don't put too much salt in it, if you like, let's say you under salt it, right? What's fierce about this recipe, you can just sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top, toss it in like you would with French fries, and then boom, it's the exact salt level that you need in your life, okay? So there we go, our flour is done. Let's move on to our vegan egg, vegan egg, vegan egg, vegan egg. Whoa, that was really low, y'all. Vegan egg. Whoa, stay tuned. I don't know if I can sing that low today, but stay tuned, my loves. The vegan egg I'm using today is gonna be Follow Your Heart brand. This is what I like to use whenever I'm making a batter. If I'm ever cooking, like actually want to eat like egg, I'll use just egg. Or, you know, if I don't got this around, I'll use just egg for that as well. So there you go, get some vegan egg. And this is gonna be obviously our egg batter. So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna add in a little bit more because I don't need too much. Sometimes I'll be making too much of this vegan egg and I'm like, dang it, I don't got enough mushroom to fry up in here. So get yourself some nice cold water, pour that into your vegan egg. And for this recipe, you really, really, really want your vegan egg to be nice and drippy. You don't want it like thick like you would for if you were making eggs, because then it just gets too eggy and it's just not as tasty as you want it. So yeah, actually, see how it's not even sticking to my whisk? That's how you want it, just like that. And once it's fully mixed in, you don't feel any grains, none of that. Really, really get in there. Perfect, look at that. Barely sticking to the whisk. That's exactly what you want. So let's add in that black Indian salt. Look at this, y'all. If you've never had Indian black salt, please go buy some. Go on Amazon. Number one, it'll last you a really long time because you don't need a lot. It has sulfur in it. And what it's gonna do is bring out all that eggy flavor. And you're not even gonna know this isn't eggs, y'all. And I think this is pretty important when you make this recipe, just because you really want all of those flavors to taste exactly like they would if you bit into chicken. You don't want people to know that this ain't chicken. So mix in that Indian black salt. Ooh, can y'all smell it? Y'all can smell it from here. Y'all can smell my vegan eggs. It smells just like eggs. It's kind of freaking me out just a little bit. All right, so there we go. We have our most of the hard work is done, y'all, okay? So we got our vegan egg, we got our batter made, which boom, easy, breezy, beautiful, done. Now I'm gonna talk to y'all about this rice paper. So what you're gonna do, number one, get yourself some rice paper. It can be brown rice paper, it doesn't really matter. This is just the only one I've personally used. And I like to line up about 3 slices at a time. And this is honestly kind of the same way I make vegan bacon, like rice bacon. And you're just gonna start chopping it like thin strips, about like 1.5 to 1 inch thick. So just start cutting those. And this is honestly Ace's little hack that he found. He was like, oh, what if we wrap the skin, what if we wrap the mushroom in some wet rice paper? And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna try it, let's try it. And yo, the skin is ridiculous. Like, we were like, this is chicken. Like, this is kind of freaking us out. And it's crazy because it's vegan and it's cruelty-free, it's plant-based, y'all. I mean, nut-free, gluten-free also, this recipe. And you would have no idea, seriously. People are always like, my husband had no clue that I was feeding him mushrooms and jackfruit, okay? And that's exactly what you want because seasoning is everything, baby. So I'm just chopping up these strips. I hope y'all, I got some scissors, obviously that's gonna make this a lot easier for you. So there we go, just chopping it into 1.5 to 1 inch thick strips. And this is what's gonna go, we're gonna submerge these in water, and then this is gonna wrap around, I'm making a mess, y'all. These are gonna wrap around our oyster mushrooms and our piece of jackfruit. So as you can see, I'll show y'all how big it is. Look at that. That's how thin it is. And we're gonna get this nice and wet and then wrap. All right, so we have most of our things ready to go, y'all. Let me just set some things aside. Our oil she is nice and hot, so she'll be ready whenever she's ready to go. Next thing, so now that we're gonna start the whole process, get yourself a big glass of water, go to your fridge. Doesn't really matter if you use tap water. I just use fridge water because that's just the easiest thing to me. Get yourself a big glass of water that will be able to fit some of these rice paper strips that we have. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna dunk these in here. So I'm just gonna dunk these in here about 3 at a time. And I'm just gonna let these soak and submerge for about 30 seconds. You'll be able to start to tell that they're gonna get nice and wet. By now, you know, our oyster mushrooms, they got a little bit of some delicious pickliness going on them. And then, like I said, you got those tiny little pieces of jackfruit. These are gonna be like nice little nuggets, if you will. The other pieces are great for sandwiches, and the jackfruit is great if you don't wanna go out and find some oyster mushrooms. So, as you can see, these are starting to get nice and limp, just like that. I'm just gonna keep dunking these in and out. Dunk that rice paper, paper. Dunk that rice paper, paper. Dunk that rice paper, paper. Wrap it around that mushroom. Hey, dunk that rice paper. Oh. Dunk that rice paper. Oh. Dunk that rice paper. Whoa, wrap it around the mushroom. Wrap it around your mushroom, just like that. If you can't get a ton of pieces on it, that's okay. Just get as much as you want. I would just try to focus all of the wrapping around the fattiest part of your mushroom. So look at that. See, I've wrapped it around my mushroom just like that. And now I'm just gonna get myself a bowl with, oh yeah, she's hot and ready. Get myself a bowl and put all of my mushrooms that need to be wrapped in there. All right, so it looks like I have a piece down there that needs some saving. I'm just gonna get my tongs out, that'll help me. Ah, yes, perfect. Wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, wrap that jackfruit, wrap it up, wrap that veggie, wrap it up. Oh, and sometimes, honestly, if you just fry that little piece of this rice paper, that's delicious too. Honestly, I've battered this a little bit and just fried her up. She's a little crispy little skin piece is what she is, okay? So let me just dunk these in there, just like that. And this is something you can do with your family. Like somebody can be doing the wrapping of the mushrooms, somebody else can be like doing the dipping. It really is like a fun recipe to do with everyone, and you can kind of sing along as you go. Wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, dunk it in that flour egg. Wrap that mushroom, wrap it up. Ooh, this one's actually, I think, ready to be wrapped. Oh, y'all, this is a juicy piece. Actually, it's so juicy. I'm gonna break her apart. You can see all of that pickle juice starting to seep in there. And whenever you're wrapping these, you wanna make sure that these are pretty wet, or else it's not gonna wrap around in the way that you want it to wrap around. So, wrap around, wrap around, wrap around, wrap around. There we go. I'm wrapping my oyster mushroom in my wet rice paper, just like that. And you can do this, and I suggest if it gets lost at the bottom, just bring it out with your tongs. Get yourself some tongs, or just use a shorter bowl or a shorter cup if you're not a fool like me, okay? Because your girl just went in. Your girl went in. Ooh, this is perfect for this jackfruit. I'll wrap that piece of jackfruit up, and let me get my other piece. Ooh, let's do some more mushrooms. Yes. Wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, coat it in that vegan egg, coat it in that gluten-free flour, fry it up and eat that goodness. Fry it up and eat that goodness. Ooh, y'all, it's gonna be so good. We're gonna wrap these, then we're gonna fry it up, then we're gonna eat it, and then we're gonna make the sauce, and then we all just gonna be fat and happy on plant-based deliciousness, okay? So there we go. I'm gonna do a few more pieces. I honestly might do some more of these later on in the class too. But also, if you don't have the rice paper, that's okay, and that's alright. You don't need rice paper. You don't need the rice paper, but like I said, just gonna add on that extra crispiness on that skin. So there we go. I'm dunking these in, and I'm just flipping it over the side of my cup. That way, these are gonna get nice and soft as that water soaks in, just like that. I see you, oil. My oil is ready. She's like, Mama, fry me, Mama. Put things inside me and let me fry on up. That's what she's saying. You can see her moving and grooving. Actually, while these are soaking, let me turn her off because I'm sure she's ready to go. Oh, and look at that, just in time, our pieces of rice paper are done. So I'm gonna get nice and close and show y'all. Wrap that mushroom, wrap it up, get that skin crispy. Sometimes it's good to add two as well. If you wanna get it fully coated in that skin, really just wrap it fully up, just like that. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more because I really wanna eat a lot of these. I'm not gonna lie. All right, let me get a piece of jackfruit wrapped up. Wrap that jackfruit up, wrap it up, wrap that jackfruit, wrap it up. Oh, this one's gonna be a good piece too. Yes, let me wrap. Ooh, and what I love about the oyster mushrooms too, their stems can be so meaty and chewy and just so fabulous and delicious. So, all right, I think while I'm getting the oil over here, I'm just gonna let a few more of these soak. That way I'll be able to wrap a few more, then we can fry these all on up. So hopefully you're at your home and you're wrapping your mushroom or your jackfruit up. I'm just gonna set some things to the side. All right, and let's see how she's doing. Come on out, girl. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hidden. Oh, this flavor gonna be delicious and fabulous. I'm trying to get all these nice and juicy parts of this oyster mushroom too in here. Oh, she is ready to be wrapped. All right, let's wrap her around this piece right here. Yes, girl. Get wrapped, girl. Wrap it up, oh, wrap it, girl. Girl, wrap it up, oh, wrap it up. Ooh, look at that, perfect. This delicious mushroom is gonna be fabulous, especially after we do all of that battering we're about to do. So I think I'm done with that process. We're done with that rice. All right, so let's move on to battering up our mushrooms and our jackfruit, y'all. Okay, first things first, let me go get my oil. You're gonna see she's nice and hot. Come on, girl. Nice. Grapeseed oil. You're gonna see her fry on up. So what I have here also, I got my batter and I also have my egg in here. Let me just move that to the side so y'all can see a little bit better. And then just want to let y'all know, sometimes during this process, your tongs can get kind of wild and wacky and crazy. So sometimes it's great to just do a couple pieces and then kind of wipe it off over in your sink or in your trash just to get off any of that extra stuff. So you'll probably see me do that, or I'm just gonna be lazy and grab these other tongs. So either way, it don't matter. So let's grab a nice juicy piece of our oyster mushroom, and what I'm gonna do is just dunk it in that vegan egg. 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 And then you're gonna wanna make sure to just tap off any of that excess, and then you're gonna put it in your batter. I just plopped it into my batter just like that. And just gonna start rolling it around in your batter. And then y'all, she is ready to fry on up. Fry on up. Fry it 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 up. Oh yeah, she's like, I'm ready, I've been ready to fry. All right, so I'm gonna start battering these other pieces. That way everything's just gonna get nice and fried and crispy. And throughout the process, we're gonna turn these pieces of our vegan fried chicken as well. That way all of it gets a bit of that gooey, gooey fabulousness. And then we're gonna get nice and crispy because of that rice paper we put on there. So I'm dunking it in my vegan egg, giving it a nice tap. You wanna make sure there's not too much of that vegan egg. And then you're gonna put it in your flour batter, just like that. You just give it a nice tap, and then whenever she is ready to go, boom, there she goes, just like that. So let me grab my other tongs real quick. All right, y'all see this is frying up. Let me turn these pieces around. Look at that, y'all. This is vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hidden. Whoa, bet that flavor hitting. Whoa, bet that flavor hitting. I love it. And these pieces are so perfect. These big, juicy pieces, they are perfect for sandwiches. They are just, or just to snack on. Like I said, ooh, I hear you, girl. She's like, I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. Get me. Ooh, yes, y'all. Look at this. This is vegan fried chicken right here, y'all. Right here. Ooh, and she's splashing back up on me. I see you, girl. Splashed in all kinds of ways. All right, let's do a couple more pieces. Let me do some of that jackfruit as well. Y'all probably saw my video, country fried jackfruit, country fried jackfruit, country fried chicken, country fried chicken. This is the exact same thing, y'all, but we're using both of these. I wanted to show y'all you can do so many different things with this specific batter. So let's see. I think some of these pieces might be ready, y'all. Let me turn her around. And a good way to be able to tell if your pieces are ready, the same you would look at chicken. Just want to kind of pat it on top. Just tapping it. Oh, girl. She is crisping up, y'all. This is crisping. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hitting. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Whoa, cooking in the kitchen. Hey, cooking in the kitchen. All right, there we go. I'm gonna do a couple more pieces, y'all, because this is going so well. Get that nice skin on there. Sometimes the skin will try to fall off when you're battering it. Just make sure you get a good hold of your piece of mushroom or jackfruit to make sure that it stays on and all that batter can soak into that rice paper as well. So there we go. There's another piece. Well, let's do this really juicy piece right here. Look at this. Vegan fried chicken. Start with oyster mushrooms. Vegan fried chicken. Or some jackfruit. Vegan fried chicken made out of plants. Vegan fried chicken, make you dance in your pants. There you go, y'all. Make you dance in your pants. That's what vegan fried chicken is going to do. All right, she is battered. And I think after this piece, y'all, I think we'll be ready to take some of them out. Looks like they are cooking up pretty well. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, my goodness. This is perfection. So I want to show y'all what I do whenever I know a piece is done. I like to wrap a bowl or a plate, it doesn't really matter. I'm using this right here with a towel, and it's just gonna soak up any of that extra oily, any of that extra fat, and that way this way it's gonna come out perfectly crispy. So I know this piece right here is done. Look at that, y'all. Vegan fried chicken, wouldn't you believe? Vegan fried chicken makes me happy. I love it. Vegan fried chicken does make me happy. It has brought me so much joy because it's something that, you know, I ate fried chicken growing up. My parents, we didn't eat beef or pork, but we did eat a lot of chicken growing up. My mom was Haitian, so she cooked a lot of, like, you know, chicken dishes. And my dad was like half Puerto Rican / classic American. He didn't know how to cook, but he is actually the one that told me about veganism. He's the one that was like, let's go to Spiral Diner and let's like try vegan food. And I was like, oh, Dad, I love it. So that's just a beautiful memory. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm vegan today, actually, which is wild. But look at this. Now, if you're vegan, you can also eat some fried chicken. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hitting. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hitting. Whoa, look at this, y'all. Can you believe this is made out of mushrooms and jackfruit? All right, let me just set that to the side and let me get this other piece. She's just waiting patiently by this other piece, nice and battered on up. Let me just do the rest of these pieces I got in here. That way, we're gonna have a feast whenever we dig on in. And then after I'm done frying these up, y'all, I'm gonna show you how to make this super easy creamy ranch and then my great sauce. So you can kind of have a vegan fried chicken party, a little fiesta. And also these sauces are so good with french fries. Honestly, y'all, sometimes Ace and I would just be like, all right, we're gonna eat vegan fried chicken today and French fries, and then some salad on the side too, because you know, we're like, Or y'all, literally it'll be this thing where I will, I'll just drink celery juice in the morning. Y'all know that I drink celery juice every single day. And I'll be like, I got my veggies in. We can just eat fried food all day. That's fine, we're good, right? No, we always know that we need balance. So treats like this are obviously fabulous and delicious, but we don't eat like this every day. If you want to, that's okay, and that's all right. It don't matter if your body can handle that. My body cannot handle eating fried food every single day, okay? So we ain't gonna get crazy with it. So there we go. Vegan fried chicken. Y'all, look at this, what I was talking about. These handles getting kind of wild and wavy and crazy. I'm just gonna clean these off. That way, I'll be able to it'll be a lot easier cleaning up afterwards too. So there we go, perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna push over my batter to the side. I think I'm done with that for today's feast. Let's look at this vegan fried chicken. Oh yes, girl. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen, in your kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hidden. You better bet that flavor hidden. Ooh, she is getting juicy. This piece right here, she is big, so she needs a little bit longer to fry on up. But while these pieces are frying, that doesn't have to stop us from creating things, right? So let's move on to that creamy ranch I was talking about. So you need your veganese, you're gonna need your lemon juice, you're gonna need your garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper. Garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper. Get your salt and pepper, and then your parsley or your dill. I'm gonna be using a mixture of some dried parsley and then some fresh dill as well. So the other thing you're gonna need as well, which I think I put in the refrigerator, is coconut milk. Get yourself some coconut milk or whatever plant-based milk you would like to use for this recipe, because this is gonna help thin it out so it's not super thick like mayonnaise. All right, I think that piece is done. This big piece, I want her super crispy. So I'm gonna let her wait a little bit longer. That piece of jackfruit looks like she's doing good, girl. Come on, jackfruit, I see you, girl. All right, let me let her cook up a little bit longer. Yeah, she needs to cook up just a little bit more time. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, girl, fry on up. 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 All right, well, this is gonna be finishing frying on up. So I'm just gonna move that over to my big girl burner so I don't have to deal with that right now. All right, y'all. So we are done with our frying. Let me turn her off so that I don't burn myself. And next we're gonna be moving on to that creamy ranch that I love so much. So get yourself some soy-free veganese, soy-free veganese, soy-free veganese. You're gonna get about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2, depends on however much you're making. I'm just gonna be making a small amount, so I'm using 1/4 of a cup. Just like that. And then get a splash of some plant-based milk. I would say no more than 1 tablespoon. So just splash that on in, just like that, because we're also going to add in a splash of that lemon juice as well. Add in about 1/2 tablespoon to 1 tablespoon, like I said. If you're using 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 of a cup, y'all know how it is. Add in however much you want. There we go. Add in a splash of that goodness. And then I'm going to be adding in that parsley. And obviously you can use Italian seasoning if you want to with this. I like really like the dill. So I'm going to be using that fresh dill and then this parsley, this dried parsley. Let's add in about 1/2 of a tablespoon. There we go, girl. All right, and then garlic powder, onion powder. 1/2 of a tablespoon, same thing. Same thing, about 1/2 of a tablespoon. And if you need to thin it out, add in more of that plant-based milk, add in more of that lemon juice. Let's add in our salt and pepper, salt and pepper. Add salt and pepper to taste. I'm gonna be adding in about 1 teaspoon of my salt and my pepper. Ooh, and this is not pepper, that's Indian black salt. That'll be really interesting flavor. So let's add in that pepper. And then Whisk it up, whisk that ranch up. Whisk it up, whisk that ranch up. And once it's whisked on up, I'm gonna add in that fresh dill. Y'all, look at this creamy, delicious ranch. Fabulous, fabulous, so delicious. All right, let me add in some of my fresh dill. See, I'm gonna get a couple pieces. Whoa, excuse me, y'all, had a little sneeze situation come on through me. There we go. I have some of my pieces of dill, and I have a cutting board over here. I don't know if y'all can see my cutting board right here, but I'm just gonna chop up my piece of dill really, really, really fine, really small. You can also put this in a food processor if you want to. That's easier for you, or if you put it in a blender. It doesn't really matter what you do. This is obviously easier for me to just bring this on out and start chopping her up. And I'm using about 1/2 of a tablespoon of my dill. And that's gonna go into your creamy ranch, y'all. And then we're just gonna whisk it up, whisk it up. Y'all know how it goes. Whisk her up. Boom, creamy ranch is finished. All right, y'all, we have one more thing to do, and then we get to feast, which is my favorite part personally. So we made our ranch. Next, let's move on to our great sauce. Y'all may have made this before. I make this great sauce all the freaking time, especially when I'm making sandwiches, salads, everything, child, okay? Like I said, 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 of a cup. I'm gonna make a pretty decent amount of this because I use a lot of this great sauce. So there we go. Add in your soy-free veganese. And then the only other 2 ingredients you need are that barbecue sauce and that yellow mustard. So I'm gonna be adding in about 2 tablespoons of my barbecue sauce. There we go. And then same thing with the mustard. It's about 2 tablespoons. Sometimes I add a little bit less mustard, just depends. Some people don't like mustard as much, so there you go, y'all. All right, and then you're gonna whisk this girl around too. Whisk it up, whisk that, whisk it up, whisk that around. All right, there we go. It looks like we need to add a little bit more of that barbecue sauce. Your girl went a little too crazy with the mustard today. So let's add in just a little bit more. You want this to be a nice, rich orange, like a burnt orange color, just like that. Perfect. There we go. Great sauce. Great sauce, great sauce, great sauce. And I call it great sauce because it's great on everything, y'all. All right, so there we go. We have our 2 dips. We have our crunchy, wonderful, beautiful vegan fried chicken. I think it's time for me to go get my beloved Ace Anderson and talk to him about some vegan fried chicken. My love, Ace. My love. All right, I'm fixing this chicken around. All right, let's see how this piece over here. I think we're ready for some photos, my love. Ooh, there goes Grayson. He's like, I'm a cat. I like to meow. Oh, y'all, look at this. Vegan fried chicken, cooking in the kitchen. Vegan fried chicken, bet that flavor hit dead. All right, I think it's time for us to dig in. Hopefully your vegan fried chicken looks as fabulous and crunchy and sexy as this does. So let me get my sauce out. Which sauce should I try, y'all? I'll let y'all vote. Which sauce? Great sauce, or we're gonna do the ranch? Which one? Whoever votes first, I'll do it. Ding, 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 ding. Ranch or great sauce, this is Ace Anderson. That was Ace Anderson's face, y'all. Okay, great sauce it is, all right. Because y'all probably, some of y'all ain't had great sauce before, so y'all like, oh, what's great sauce? It's like a no honey mustard barbecue is kind of what I call it. So we have our fried chicken right here, y'all. Let me dig on in. All right, I'm gonna get a piece. Here we go, look at this. Right there. Oh, and also y'all, if you want to make it even more crunchy, you can pop it into your oven. Pop it at a really high heat, like 450 degrees, I would say. Grayson, my kitty cat is meowing today, y'all. He be going in. But that's okay, Grayson. I understand you want to eat too. He smells this. He's like, is that chicken? Is it chicken? It's not chicken, it's mushroom. So let's dig in. All right, y'all. Time to feast. I'm trying to get you a crispy piece, baby. This piece crispy, but it's big. This one's jackfruit. That one's a little, yeah, it's a little crispy. It's not super crispy. Ace gonna get that crispy crisp, you know what I'm saying? That skin is so good, bro. Dang, y'all. All right, I can't eat all these. I can't eat all of them, y'all, because we gotta eat lunch for real, for real. All right, let me sample our ranch just so we try it out. Oh, snap, that dill. The dill does it, y'all. Well, y'all saw how simple and easy it is to make this vegan fried chicken. I hope y'all had fun with me today. Let's see how long, and we still got time left over. Look at that. Y'all saw how simple. I mean, come on. All you gotta do is soak, wrap, batter, and fry. I said 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 soak, wrap, batter, and fry. Hey! Soak, wrap, batter, and fry for vegan fried chicken. Soak, wrap, batter, and fry for vegan fried chicken. Y'all, thank you, baby. That was so much fun. That was my beloved best friend, partner, photographer, music creator, all the above, my beloved Ace Anderson. If y'all aren't following him, follow him at Ace Shot That. Find him, find his websites, y'all. Find his YouTube, find everything. He's fierce, he's fabulous, his lips are juicy. It's great, it's wonderful. And this is his recipe idea, so full circle, y'all. Well, thank you again so much for coming into my kitchen, spending your Saturday afternoon with me, my goofy songs and my kooky ways. I had a ton of fun, y'all. And I can't wait for y'all to try this recipe, and I'll see y'all next Saturday in my kitchen. Goodbye, my love.